Walking is a metaphor drawn from the Old Testament that refers to the way a person should behave. Paul, himself a Jew, makes use of this metaphor often in his letters to describe the type of conduct that should characterize the Christian life. His use of the metaphor is also likely connected to the first name that was associated with the early church. Before the followers of Jesus were called Christian, they were simply known as followers of the way. At the very early date, Christianity was not merely a set of theological beliefs that centered on Jesus, but was also a way of life to be walked. So when you think about walking, and I think it's a great metaphor, I think we have learned a lot from it. Do you think of some arduous, difficult, technical task that you must practice years to achieve, or an ability that develops naturally when you think of walking? How do we learn to walk physically? Is effort put in? But think about the effort of a child learning to walk. Does a child have to be coaxed in order to learn to walk? Or do a lot of parents, in fact, try to, diminish some of the walking they're trying to do? Put up barricades and barriers and little fences to hem them in so they won't walk places they shouldn't. Does learning to walk spiritually require that we put in effort? When does the most spiritual growth happen? When you are being prodded, coaxed, pushed, or when you desire to grow spiritually?
Desire.
Just like walking physically, huh? Does walking physically require continued walking throughout your life to keep on walking? And one of the things that accelerates disability is to get one of those motorized wheelchairs around your house. You get one of those babies and you stop using and you get more atrophy and you get more weakness.
In accordance with design law.
The law of exertion. If you want something to get stronger, you must exercise it. Because if you don't use it, you lose it. So what about spiritually? Must you keep walking spiritually, exercising those abilities in order to stay spiritually healthy? Can we learn to walk physically by merely watching other people walk?
No.
Can we learn to walk spiritually by merely watching other mature spiritual people walk on their journey? What interferes with learning to walk physically? Diseases, lack of effort, injuries. What about spiritually? Bad habits?
Spend my entire week eradicating bad walking habits.
Bad habits, okay. I like that. What about spiritually? What interferes with learning to walk spiritually? Sickness of heart, spiritual sickness of heart, selfishness, failure to engage with God, in other words, laziness, not trying, mental, emotional, physical, or spiritual injuries or wounds that we don't heal from, bad habits that we engage in. I like that. When a child, yes, yes.
A lot of what I do in my professional career is watch people walk.
Mm-hmm.
To walk, you need three things. You need stability, you need balance, and you need power or motor. That's also true in the spiritual realm. We need power from the Spirit. We need balance. If we're not balanced, we will go off in all different directions.
I like it.
And fall in multiple different directions. We also need stability. Thou keep him in perfect peace whose mind is steadfast.
Or stayed.
Or stayed.
On.
Him.
On you, on Christ, on God, His character, His design. I get people all the time, I'm going to expand on what you just said, that ask me in their decision making, how do I know? I don't know how to make a good decision. How do I know which is the better choice? How do I know? They struggle. They worry. They've never developed by practice, Hebrews 5:14, the ability to discern healthy from unhealthy, mature from immature, right from wrong. How do I know? What is it that gives great confidence in your decision making? When you know design laws. I'm telling you, when you can understand design laws and how they actually work, there's such confidence in your decision making. Because life becomes so predictable. It doesn't surprise you. You can predict future events that haven't happened yet when you understand design law.
He also got me thinking that as a clinician, you also needed a great understanding of what is normal gait. Same thing spiritually.
Yep.
You need
And Christ is the example of normality.
what is normal. That's what normal life was designed to operate as.
It's amazing how many children are brought to our office for evaluation who are normal, who the perception of the parents is that they're walking abnormally.
Yeah.
And if the parents have their influence, what will they do to the normal walk of the child? Might they cause it to become abnormal?
Distorted.
Bad things.
Yes.
Lots of interesting parallels there.
Yes. So when a child learns to walk, when a child's learning to walk, does the child ever stumble and fall?